there's a concept that you must incorporate into your trading activity, which is the concept of timing. You understand? Timing is as important as the fundamental and the technical analysis. Without timing, you are just going in the market, or you are just moving in the market, wallowing in the market blindly. You understand? There's the most important. There are times that the market move. There are times there are volumes in the market, and once you can map it on your chart and you can identify those periods, you have a better chance against of other people in the market, other major player in the market. You understand? So let's go to my screen. Let me demonstrate how to use timing and price together to form a robust trading strategy. Here on my board here, you can see the three sessions that we have here, right? These are the Asian session, London session, and New York session. This is the typical model or the ideal model that the price follow, especially the major pairs. These major pair are Euro USD, JBP USD, USD CAD, and all of that. All the major pair. This is how they move. Like this is how they literally move, right? You understand? And this movement happen 80% of the time in the market. You will see this type of movement 80% or maybe 60% in the market. You understand? You see that happening majority of the time. So Euro USD, GBP CAD, Canadian dollar, USD, all these guys move faster during the London session, right? You understand? They move faster during the London session. You understand? So London session and New York session. This is when you see this guy dollar, Canadian dollar, Great Britain pound, and Euro USD moving faster, right? You understand? So, and the likes of Australian dollar and Canadian dollar will not have this type of model, right? Because of course, during the Asian session, that is when you expect their own volatility. You understand? The likes of Japanese yen, right? JBP, JPY, you understand? And AUD, Australian dollar, all those Pacific Asian countries, they move during the Asian session, so you will not see their movement like this. You understand? Of course, I'm in Nigeria, and I believe a majority of you guys like to trade this model because major trader wants the volume in this model. You understand? This Asian London New York model, because the volume is very, very much. You understand? So, and I will show you how to trade this thing logically. You understand? How to trade it with precision. 60% of the time you see this model forming on your chart. And the characteristic of this model is that the Asian session build up the range. You understand? It build up the range, not only the range, it equally build up the liquidity, right? Look at this liquidity here. So this is the range of the Asian session, right? And it built up the liquidity. Where is the liquidity? This is the liquidity. This is the high and the low of the Asian range. So whenever the London session is starting, it has to take the liquidity. So the swap of this liquidity is a confirmation for you that, oh, now we have a sip of the liquidity before the price will turn and move towards the next liquidity of the Asian session, which is the high of the Asian session. You understand? So if you're a trader, if you are targeting a trade, once you enter from this zone, right? Once you enter from this level, if you are to enter a trade, if you enter from this level, you understand, after the price pullback like this, give you the leg to enter, you are to target the next liquidity. You understand? If you want to be conservative, but of course, it depends on the higher time frame narrative. You understand? It depends on the higher time frame narrative. If the higher time frame is giving you feel that the market will pop harder towards the upside, you understand, you can equally adjust your take profit to a little higher above the Asian high. You understand? But for context, for me, if you want to be conservative, of course, you can just put your take profit around that zone. You understand? And once you target it, it will hit it. You understand? Very clean trade setup. Don't worry. As I'm explaining it for you guys, I will go to my chart and show you that this thing works. It is there. on the chart, printing in monthly basis, weekly basis, on a daily basis. You are going to see this thing printing out on your chart. So timing is very important. It is one thing to know price action, how to trade price action, but you have to time the market as well. It will not make any logical sense for you to be trading the likes of euro, you understand, euro USD, GBP USD, during the ASEAN session, you understand, it will not be okay for you to be trading it during this time because, of course, the model that I'm showing you showed us clearly that there is no volume during this ASEAN session. But during the London session and the New York session, you will see this guy moving very, very fast. And that is when you want to come in as a logical trader to do your thing, you understand, in the market. So this is the model. And of course, one thing you need to discuss, need to learn about this model is that the London session and the New York session often give rise to the reversals. You understand? As you can see in this model, the reversal occurs. The market was trending towards the downside after the ASEAN session range, and look at what happened here. The market turns, and the moment the market want to turn again towards the next time, which is the New York session. You understand? So these typically these two sessions, which is the New York and the London session, often give rise to the reversal in the market. This is just for the idea thing that you will see majority of the time, 60% of the time. Of course, there are some time you will see this Asian session rallying very fast, you understand? That is why I'm telling you that this model happens 60% of the time. It's not as if every damn day you come to your chart and you're going to be seeing this guy Asian session ranging. No, no, no. Some Asian session, depending on the news, maybe they are reducing interest rate for the USD and all of that, or for the euro. You will see once the news is released during the night, you will see the Asian session equally trending very rapidly towards the downside. You understand? I'm just showing you that this analogy or this model could happen 60% of the time. You should not always take it clearly that it must be printed on your chart before you take any action. No, it must not happen every damn day, you understand? So this is it. Let me go to my chart now. Let me show you clearly how you can leverage this setup and trade like a champ, as a champion. You understand? So this is a typical model and real life example on our chart, right? You can see, as you can see clearly, this range is the Asian range, right? This is the Asian range right here. This place, the whole of this place is the Asian range, right? You can see there's no much volume. You understand? Then look at the market. The market printed this low, you understand? And the price take the when the London session happens, it take us this low, you understand? The liquidity was swept, the Asian session liquidity was swept, you understand? And this is the Asian session high. You understand? Let's look at it. I'm coming, please, guy. Give me a moment. So look at it. Look at the Asian session high. So as a trader, if you are to enter the trade after the liquidity sweep here, after the Asian session liquidity sweep, the market equally give you another liquidity sweep right here. Look at this, the last liquidity that make the market sweep. You understand? This is the right place. So if you are to enter a buy setup here, it will be logical for you to enter after the closure of this 15-minute time frame. After the closure of this 15-minute time candle, you can just put your buy here and target. Sorry, I'm using the wrong. Let me put up the long. You understand? So you target the Asian high. You understand? You can target the Asian high if you are a conservative trader, right? And you capture 29 pips. You understand? You understand? 29 pips is not bad at all. You understand? Because on average, Euro USD moves like 50 pips to maybe 100 pips on an average on a daily basis. So if you are capturing 29 pips, it's more of like you are capturing half of the movement for that day. You understand? You understand? So if you put your TP exactly close to the Asian high, you understand? This is the Asian high, you understand? You discover that you are equally gaining a massive profit. But if you want to target higher, depending on the higher time frame narrative, maybe you saw that the daily candle of yesterday closes as a bullish candle, and you are believing that the price will push further high. You can equally target the next liquidity above, which is this guy. You can target the next liquidity above. There's no crime in that at all. You understand? It's just that you are following, make sure you are following the blueprint, which is have the Asian session liquidity be taken out before you jump into a trade. Some people will be thinking that okay, they should jump into from here. No, you have to wait for the liquidity to be taken out. The moment this liquidity is taken out, that is when you should jump into the market and trade for another setup. Look at another day, another beautiful day again. Look at what the price did here. The moment after the Asian session closes, the market pumped towards the downside, sweeping the liquidity. You understand? Look at this liquidity. Look at this Asian liquidity that the market took out. Let me draw it for you guys. Look at it. Very sweet liquidity there. Right here, look at the liquidity. The market breaks towards the downside. Take out this liquidity before it start pumping towards the upside. You understand? If you want to enter from this place, it's fine. After the liquidity sweep, you can equally enter from here. Like say, let's say you want to enter from here as a conservative trader. You want to enter from this place. You can target this level right here. You understand? And boom, you enter your trade the moment the price return into this fair value gap. Look at this fair value gap right here. Look at this fair value gap, right? That is a beautiful fair value gap there. The moment the market return into that fair value gap, you can just enter in the opening of the new candle here. You understand? So the market tap into it, you can capture a nice peak right there. You understand? So let me go on and show you guys that this thing do happen in the market majority of the time. You understand? Look at another beautiful. Of course, you see a different scenario. Sometimes you see the Asian range come in another pattern, but it still follow the same pattern. You understand? At the end of the day, you should not believe that you see this. You should not believe that you see the ID model every time in the market. Of course, it has to. You have to follow the higher time frame narrative as well. You understand, so that you can trade the lower time frame better as well, right? In this context, look at the Asian range. You understand, this was the Asian range. The market pushed further in the Asian range at the market push have a massive volume during the Asian range as well. And the moment the market return to any of the other block right here, look at the other block that the market returned to. You understand? Look at the other block. The market returned to this other block. This happened during the London session, and you can take your buy to the next level. You understand? So this thing is everywhere in the market. You can capture it and use it for your own good. You right? You can see it. It is everywhere in the market. You understand? But make sure you are trading it in an agreement with the overall trend. Don't just join into the market because you believe Asian session have a range. Of course, the London session should pump. No, you have to have a good narrative about the market, right? You have to have a good narrative about the market. Look at another beautiful example here. After the range, you understand, after the range of the market, what do you see? The market, after the range of the Asia session, we can see clearly here that we have a liquidity sweep, right? After the liquidity sweep, what can you see here? This is the Asian high, this is the Asian low, right? This is the Asian high, you understand? And this is the Asian low, right? Sorry. This is the Asian low rather, and this is the Asian high. Right. So this is the Asian high. You understand? And the liquidity sweep happened around this place during the London session. So the moment the price swept that liquidity on the market prints a 15-minute candle showing you your confirmation candle. There's a confirmation candle that I use, and it is very, very precise. And I am seeing it here. You understand? So in my next video, I will tell you more about this confirmation candle. After we saw the confirmation candle, we jump into the trade in we can jump into the trade in the next opening of the candle. You understand? Put your stop loss below this level, below the London low. You understand? And boom, what do you see? The market tap into the profit after few minutes. You understand? After 1 hour, this is every candle represents 15 minutes time frame. So this 4 candle is 1 hour for us. You understand? 60 minutes.
You understand? After 1 hour, the price tap into your take profit. You understand? And you are good to go. Even if you are targeting the Asian high, you will still your profit you will still be smashed. You understand? At the later end of the day, your profit will still the take profit will still be smashed, right? So, guys, I want you guys to take this into consideration whenever you are trading. Don't jump into the market blindly without timing the market, right? During the New York session, the market move faster, and equally during the London session, the market move faster as well. The Asian session, put it at the back of your mind, it creates the liquidity that you want it to be swept, right? You want the liquidity to be swept, and you want the Asian session to give you that clean before you jump into the market. So I'll say peace out for now. And if you want to learn more from our academy, there's a link to our Telegram community. Make sure you join this community where we help ourselves to grow together. And equally, if you want to uh, gain more insight like this, kindly smash the subscribe button so that you get information as it is dropping earlier. Thank you.